Look at this door. Behind it, there might be a neighborhood meeting, a local repair cafe, or a community planning session. But for most people, walking through it feels impossible. Psychologists call it threshold anxiety, that paralyzing hesitation you feel before entering a room full of strangers. You stand on the pavement asking yourself the same questions. Is this the right entrance? Will anyone actually talk to me? Is it safe for me to be in there? These quiet doubts act like a filter. Every single day, thousands of people who genuinely want to help out in their neighborhoods turn around and walk home simply because the social friction is too high. If we want pixels on a screen to turn into actual boots on the ground, solving this human hesitation has to come first. You can't have civic action if citizens can't get through the front door. Most digital platforms try to solve real-world safety with the same tools they use to sell restaurants: 5-star review averages or vague blanket promises that a venue is certified safe. An aggregated star rating tells you absolutely nothing about whether a building has step-free access, adequate lighting, or is a secure environment for a vulnerable neighbor. A 5-star coffee shop might be a terrible place for a confidential support group. This diagram illustrates the Seven Hills approach. Instead of crowdsourcing opinions, it crowdsources facts. The system builds verified locations based entirely on witnessed physical truth from the local community. No algorithm can guarantee perfect safety, so Seven Hills stops trying. It replaces the illusion of institutional guarantees with clear, bounded facts about a space, recorded by the people who actually live there. It starts when someone suggests a location candidate. This is just an everyday physical room, a church hall, a library room, or a local makerspace that could be useful for a civic mission. To authorize that candidate without a central administrator, the platform uses the triangulation protocol. 3 specific users, active community stewards with no relation to one another, must physically travel to that address. Once they arrive, they can't just click a button from their couch. They have to scan a printed location signet, a secure QR code displayed at the venue, to prove they are actually standing in the room. They check the basics. Does the building have public access? Are the toilets accessible? Is the lighting adequate? They are logging gathering suitability, the practical limits of the space, rather than issuing a permanent safety clearance. By relying on independent, overlapping witnesses, an unknown room is converted into a highly mapped, practical civic asset. Of course, physical buildings have owners and managers. Seven Hills refers to the person holding the keys as the location contact. Venue managers don't register for a social network. Stewards connect with them through a private, email-based token link. This creates a hard data boundary. The contact sees only the specific details required to manage their venue. They never see member identities or internal safety notes. From that simple form, the location contact retains total authority. They can approve a specific community gathering, set limits on it, or deny the request entirely. If a printed QR code goes missing or gets compromised, the contact can request a replacement. Local stewards then execute a signet rotation, instantly invalidating the old code so it can't be abused. Local institutions are highly protective of their spaces. Giving them this exact level of control ensures they keep their doors open to the community year after year. A verified, securely managed building is still just concrete and wood. For a newcomer stepping out of the rain, it can still feel incredibly intimidating. That's where the human bridge comes in. This is a verified local who opts into a 90-day commitment to be a visible, friendly face at that specific location. They aren't the building manager or a security guard. Their only role is to give a hesitant newcomer someone to ask for by name. To keep these volunteers safe, the app protects their privacy fiercely. You see a first name, an initial, and maybe a note like history group. Their home address and live location never enter the system. Knowing you can walk in and ask for Sarah from the history group completely removes the friction of walking into an unknown room. When a neighborhood crew decides to tackle a local project, they organize a gathering point through the app to coordinate their meetup. Or 2 neighbors who have never met might use the platform's community treasury to arrange the handoff of a borrowed power drill. This stack visualizes the layers of trust at play. In both scenarios, they are gathering at a space physically checked by stewards, explicitly approved by the venue contact, and anchored by a welcoming human bridge. The code operates entirely in the background, allowing strangers to safely coordinate, meet face-to-face, and get to work. Seven Hills doesn't try to force people to be neighborly. Instead, it operates on a principle called tilting the floor. By equipping real citizens with the tools to verify and manage their own local spaces, cooperation simply becomes the path of least resistance. The map provides the infrastructure, but the community breathes life into the territory.